So, Chobani sent me some new snacks the other day. It's apparently their chicken skin snacks in monster size. So, I bought an original Chobani to see what all the fuss is about. This is the original chicken skin. And this is the monster size. And goodness, that is a huge difference.
Pretty girl, you are the light of my life. Pretty girl, you are the light of my life. Pretty girl, you are the light of my life.
Hello. Okay, hi, you're watching Greg's Big Eat. And look who we have here. We have the wifey here for lunch. Okay?
Hey everyone.
Okay, now we have the wifey here for lunch because she's here to help me eat a dish called steamed fish head with hot sauce.
Yum.
Because it can be argued that steamed fish head with hot sauce is the national dish of Chinatown, Singapore. There are at least 7 or 8 stalls actually selling this dish, even in this hawker center. And when it comes to eating fish head, my wife is a queen. My wife is a queen because she knows how to tear apart a fish head until there's no flesh left even for a cat. Okay? The steamed fish head with hot sauce we're going to try is from Seng 119 steamed fish head, and they are the ones who actually invented this dish way back in the 70s or 80s, I believe. So we've already placed our order for one fish head. It's called fish head with the bean paste. There are 3 choices lah. Bean paste, black bean, and what is it?
I forgot.
Forgot. Okay, let's see already. Let's see.
Yeah. 去拿那个筷子。I'm going to take the trash.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so we have actually gotten the fish. This cost $15. We ordered some green veg with garlic, right?
Yeah, just fresh, just plain fried.
Yeah. Okay, now, but first about the stall. Okay, Sinki actually occupies 2 stalls in the blue zone of Chinatown complex, and it's been serving its unique creation of steamed fish head with hot sauce for a whopping 30-40 years or so now. Okay, it's been in business since the 1960s. The store used to sell chicken rice at Temple Street, but switched over to selling steamed fish head because there were too many stalls selling chicken rice apparently. The store, like many in the area, then moved into Chinatown complex in 1983. Then the store was taken over by the second generation, the son, who goes by the nickname Kai Tai. It's Cantonese for chicken son. Okay, the business wasn't great and customers were getting a bit bored with just normal steamed fish. But all that changed after a visit to Thailand when the owner learned how to make a Thai sweet and spicy sauce. And that formed the heart of this new steamed fish head dish, which has proven immensely popular with the Chinatown crowd. The stall is always busy, especially during dinner periods when they are open, and you can expect to wait about 30 to 40 minutes if you place your order after 5:30 p.m.
Very long time.
Yeah. The dish is so popular that it has spawned at least 6 or 7 copycats in the food center alone. Okay, so let's eat. Okay, come on.
Top time. Loaded with pork blood. Big chunks of pork blood.
So it's priced at $15, and you get half of a huge songfish head, big head Asian carp, which includes not just the head but the fish collar as well. Many customers just eat the fish head with rice, and the portion looks big enough that it can easily feed 2 people, right?
Or more.
Or more, right? Okay, so trying the sauce. Sweet, sour, spicy. So this is actually the unique sauce which he created, okay? It's got a myriad of flavors in here. So it's got the taojiao, the preserved bean, chilies, ginger, tomato, and sour plum.
You have tomato?
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. You have the tomato here. Very nice. The gravy goes well very nice with the rice. Plain rice.
I mean, the sauce is obviously very power-packed. And it's kind of like a mix between Thai and Chinese flavors.
Yeah. The Thai is very light, soury and spicy. You know, they steamed it and then it's usually that very watery kind of consistency. But here, they thicken it up. But I suspect it's also from the taojiao itself. the taucho when it comes, when you use, it's usually quite thick.
So what happens is that the stall actually steams the fish first, you see, and then once it's perfectly steamed, then they actually put on this prepared sauce on top, and then they sprinkle on a fair amount of pork lard bits. But the flavor is it's kind of like spicy, sour, slightly sweet. You've got ginger and garlic notes, and then basically the taucho, which is, you can tell that it's a taucho because you see all these preserved bean bits. And so the addition of taucho, it actually fills out the savoury middle lah. And that's the ingredient actually providing that distinctive Chinese influence.
And then what's really good is that the collar is fantastically filled with like fats. But there's a lot to go around anyway.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why you eat this dish. It is that there's so much fish fat here. So is the fish fresh?
Very fresh actually. It's so fresh because there's a market downstairs, and so they really get it straight from the market. And there is like no that fishy taste to it.
I mean, the fish is nicely steamed. The meat has got no muddy taste. As my wife said, right, it is actually fresh because there's a Chinatown market below. And that's where they get the fish from. If you actually know your way around a fish head, right, they actually give you all the gelatinous bits and all the fish fat chips.
Yeah, near the collar, the stomach area, there's a lot of fats. There's a lot of flavour from the pork lard. Because the fish essentially is quite plain on its own.
What happens is that there's a lot of fish fat here. And with that fish fat, it's really quite rich. And then they actually add the pork lard as well, so it makes it even richer lah. Okay? So it's just wonderful. I mean, it's perfect for fish egg addicts lah. But it can be almost too much of a good thing lah, because there's so much fish fat.
If you eat it all by yourself, it can tend to be quite bland.
Okay, one thing to note about the pork lard is that the amount of pork lard you get is the amount of pork lard you get. You're not going to get more, you're not going to get less. So if you want like, a little bit extra pork lard and all stuff like, no, okay. One heaped spoonful is all you're going to get. Give you some sliced chili with soy sauce on the side over here. If you so choose one some, but it's actually plenty flavorful.
Not necessary at all.
Yeah. It is kind of like a medium spiciness, right? Right?
Medium to 小辣.
Also like in between low to medium spiciness. Okay, we just ordered some plain stir fried veg. That's what it looks like.
But one thing I like about the fish, they have big bones. So, it's like huge bones like these. So you won't get choked. Not like tiny bones, those small ones. For fish-fearing friends out there, this is actually not too bad at all.
Okay, now we're going to do the vlog a bit differently. I'm actually going to ask Ines to actually show us how to actually eat a fish head properly. Okay?
How I eat the way.
How she eats.
You just need to attack the fish however you want it to be. There's no right or wrong way. Yeah.
So-
No SOP, okay?
Okay, now wait. Okay, so you want to tell me about the fish?
The parts that they all attack is the really the cheek, this bit
Where's
here.
the cheek?
Here. See, there's a big chunk. So this cheek is usually one big chunk of meat that is so good.
Okay, why is it so good?
It's just full of flavor. It's one big chunk, no bones. So, one of the good pieces to just block into your mouth. And it has a skin, so it's really good.
So it's got skin and it's got meat.
Yeah, but with this fish, it has the skin is quite gelatinous. Look at this. Okay, the skin is quite gelatinous here.
Yeah. Okay.
So it gives you that nice texture. You got the firmness from the cheek, and then you have that jelly-like from the skin.
Yeah.
So it's a play with texture. If you like textural food, this is really, really good.
No. Let me try the cheek first. The most tender part of the fish, and this has got a lot of fish flavor. And there's a little bit of that skin. There's also a little bit of fat as well, I'm pretty sure. Because if you look over here, right, see?
It's all...
There's all
yeah,
this fat.
actually. But I must say this fish is very fatty. So it has fats everywhere actually. The
Yeah.
cheek. Not all fish come equal,
Is that right?
Yeah. So this is a very nice, rich in omega kind of fish. So apart from the cheek, you go by the crown of the fish, I would say.
Okay.
Okay, we've eaten the fish, the meat already.
Oh, you've etten the meat
Yeah,
already?
we've eaten the meat. So
Is
right
there
now is
more?
no.
No more
So
already,
here is really where the brain is.
Yeah.
And Chinese have a saying, you eat fish brain, you become smart. This bit here is where the brain is, and you can suck it out.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, sucked it all out.
Okay. You want to tell everybody
fats.
what's the attraction of eating the fish eye?
You get good eyesight, but I wear contacts, so it's not really true, huh?
Okay, so
But-
so how do you eat the eye?
Very simple. How you eat anything else? You scoop up the eye.
So it's got something besides fish eye there, right?
It's fats.
Fats, is it?
Yeah. As I said, this fish is very fatty.
Okay, and then
Yeah. Just pop it in. It's like jelly.
but you do actually spit out something, right?
Mm-hmm. The casing of the eye.
Yeah.
The eyeball. So you can't eat that. That's plasticky. So you don't eat that. Thank you.
So there's a cheek, there's the eye, and then the flesh surrounding the eye, and the top bit over there.
The
where
crown.
There's also a meat as well.
There's meat, but we ate it all up.
Yeah, and then what else is there?
So we flip it over. And this is more fats and more meat. And I think this is part of the gill, I think. But this again is I don't know what this is called.
Look at that. Look at the amount
But
of fat there.
yeah, but it's almost like jelly-like texture.
Just pure fat.
I don't know actually. I thought it was a gill, but yeah.
May I have some?
No.
Wow. Well,
Good. I got no word.
Oh my
it's that
God.
good.
yeah,
I mean, it's not fishy at all.
Yeah,
It's not fishy at all.
Seriously good.
It's soft and it just kind of like slips through your mouth and down your throat without having you
It's
to chew.
very, very fatty.
The
It's not
inside.
really gills, huh?
I don't know. It looks like gills, you see.
Yeah.
It looks as if like that gill bit of the fish.
Yeah, so yeah.
But
it's
usually
not,
when
right?
it gills, it's hard.
Yeah.
But this is like you said, it's like fats.
Yeah, so yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's soft and it's gelatinous. So I have no idea what is it called, but it's yummy. I always eat that without knowing what it is. It's just good for you. Fish is always good for you anyway.
So that's it, right? There's no more yet.
Yeah, that's about it really. I mean, you can go down to the collar, back to the collar, but that's where a lot of meat
Yeah.
is. Well, the meat is just firm, and so it doesn't really disintegrate after steaming.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to scrape the skin off the bone just to get the last bit of it. If not, you suck the bones really. There's sometimes there's just hidden stuff in there. They all the fats.
Well, for me, my wife's so loving.
Of course, always.
So done. So that was a look at Seng 119 steamed fish head, the creator of this very unusual dish, steamed fish head in hot sauce. There are a couple of points I need to point out before we end, which is that if you're coming here for dinner, so if you're coming here for dinner, the best time to come here if you don't want to queue is actually 4:30 lah. I know it's very early, but if you come at like 5:30 or later, right, you really have to wait lah for about 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour, because they're actually very, very popular. The other thing also is that the store also has a reputation of being rude. Yeah, they have a reputation of being rude. I think that they have been rude in the past when they are very, very busy and they get stressed.
But it's understandable, no?
Yeah, you know, if you've been to enough hawker stalls, right, it is kind of understandable. So bear that in mind, you know, when you come to the stall, that you have to put up with a little bit of curtness.
So in my own experience, they're quite friendly. They're friendly. There's still a lot of people eating.
So anyway, it is a fantastic dish. Huh?
Good.
Anything else to add? No, right?
2 thumbs up.
So thanks for watching another episode of Crispy Eats, where I eat you the whole of Singapore. If you like this episode, give it a like, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you in the next one. The wife, you tell me whether she should be featured more often. Okay? Bye bye.
Pretty girl, you are the light of my life.
Yeah,
Don't know.
not too stressful.
That's true.
Not stressful.
I thought you want to show the.
Oh! So remember, right? The whole fish is all here. This is the ending result. It's only just bones. That's all there is. All like that. Yeah? That's all that's left. Only bones only. All completely cleared. No quarter. No chance. My wife's talent.